Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Wake your ass up, fool. John J. and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog. Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom. What you gonna do? John J. and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John J. and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
John J. and Rich. Shoot us a text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. You can call us right now, 877-937-1047. Phone lines are open. Nick is answering the phone with a big smile on his face. Kyle, let's get an update on your resolution.
Guys, I feel so productive.
Go on.
So, I keep hearing about everyone giving up on their New Year's resolutions, and I'm like, I feel like I've found the life hack to New Year's resolutions. You don't even make them till the middle of the month. Don't even make them. Ease into the year a little bit, because I think I finished my New Year's resolutions around like the 8th, maybe the 15th-ish.
Started making them as in?
Yeah. So my main one was to declutter, because when I look at my pockets of the house, there's just crap everywhere. And it's like hoarding stuff, like, why do I need this chapstick that was given to me free at an event? Like, it's not even the chapstick that I use. But I think, hey, maybe one time I'll be in an emergency and I may need chapstick and I'll just have to use it. That type of thing. And I'm sick of it. Like, I'm tired of having stuff everywhere all the time. So to make it more manageable, what I did was I sectioned off the house and I said, okay, I'm going to give myself the entire year to do this New Year's resolution. January, I'm just going to focus on my closet, which may be the worst in my house. Like, I'm talking clothes from high school I still have. Like, I should not still have clothes from high school, or shoes for that matter. So I started last week sometime, and I had to like section off. I'm like, just going to focus on my shoes first, and then I'm going to focus on the clothes, and then I'm going to focus on all the other crap that I've just stuck in the nooks and crannies, you know what I mean? Because I had nowhere else to put it. So Scott over the weekend was like, hey, maybe we should go out of town. And I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm doing my closet. And that's literally basically all I focused on. Besides kids' sports, that's what I was doing. I was in my closet. I was getting rid of 5 years worth of dust, like blankets of dust on the tops of these shelves. Yuck.
Everybody's got it, though.
But you know what? For some reason, dust just happens, okay? So I filled 12 trash bags full of stuff in my closet. And I'm going to go drop it off at Goodwill today. And you guys, it feels so satisfying.
You must. Did you do one of those videos by chance? The transition video?
I took a picture. I took pictures. But it's
because I'm dying to see
it's
how.
so funny because it's like Scott's like, it doesn't look any different.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
But to me, it looks drastically different, and it just feels better. Like when I'm in there,
you find
it's
stuff.
like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but like, I have like a little rack of hangers that, like, when I take things off the shelf or off the rack, I put the hanger on this little stand, right? And so then when I do laundry, I have all the hangers right there, and I don't have to go through the thing. When I started this, my hanger rack was empty, and now it's overflowing. And, like, I'm the kind of person that, like, normally when I would put away my laundry, I would have to, like, shove all of them over and kind of, like, try to, like, squeeze the clean ones in. And now it's like there's a little bit of space in between the clothes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I got rid of bags of shirts not that long ago, and it still looks like where my shirts hang, they multiplied.
Yeah.
Like, they never... it reminds me of this.
Spread out
It's like there's this cereal. You ever have grape nut cereal?
Yeah.
You get grape nuts, maybe pour milk in grape nuts, and you start eating it. It's like the grape nuts multiply. It's like this. It's like, oh my God, this never ends. This bowl of cereal.
Have I eaten anything? I know. I'm like, it's so funny because every time I would do a section, I would literally just take everything and throw it on the ground. And that, of course, is when Scott would walk in and he's like, how's it going? And I was like, you know what? Sometimes you have to move backwards to move forwards.
How far done in your closet would you say you are, percentage-wise?
No, I'm done.
Done.
I finished over the weekend.
Well, that's amazing.
Can you come to my house and do that? We have this thing at my house right now, and I know my wife is so patient, but I have taken over everything. My stuff is everywhere in the bathroom, and I feel like we're getting to a point where she's going to have a meltdown. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can tell it's coming because my stuff is literally everywhere, man. Like, my hiking shoes are here, or my Air Force One's over there, or my Hoka's over there. Towels everywhere. I mean, I should take a picture. It's bad. It's really bad. And I can just tell that it's bubbling. You know what I mean?
Well, Kyle will appear at your house, but there's a fee.
No, I'm good for a while. Look, January for me is done. I'm going to take the next week and a half or week. How much stuff do we have this week of January?
Celebrate
That's what
that.
I was going to ask you. Yeah, like, do you move on to the next task this week, or do you give yourself a week to just chill?
I'm just going to give myself a week to chill because, like, the next area is, like, my quote-unquote craft supplies.
Oh, Lord. That's scary.
That's almost as daunting as my closet because, yeah, like, I save bubble wrap when things are, because what if I need bubble wrap to wrap something in or something? Why do I have it? It's
I have
like
a whole roll of bubble wrap.
It's not a roll, which would be nice. If it were a roll, that would be nice and easy to store. It's just sheets of bubble wrap everywhere.
I have all the chapstick you described, too. It's just everywhere in drawers and stuff. I figured, and I use it all the time now. Oh, where's the
You
chapstick?
use it. That's good.
Because I got into a routine where there's a drawer with it when in my bathroom. I don't know where it came from. I'm sure it's my wife's stuff. But I'll go, oh, there's chapstick. Let me use it when I leave the house. But I always want to keep it in my car, but I know it will melt.
It will.
So I don't keep it in my car. But chapstick is so important.
PSA, you guys. Today we're talking about the importance of chapstick.
Peyton, I saw you were at Cat Williams' concert.
Yeah.
How was Cat Williams?
It was awesome.
It was awesome?
It was awesome, especially because, like, I grew up on Cat Williams. Like, Cat Williams was always on in our house, so that was really cool to see. Also, I wasn't expecting Monique. She was hosting, and she's hilarious.
Oh, that's fun.
So it was actually, like, a really, really great show, and it was on Friday night, and we ended up going for my boyfriend Kadeem's birthday, and I had 2 extra tickets, so we ended up doing a double date with my mom and dad, and I didn't really realize the kind of content we'd be getting at this comedy show because it was way too inappropriate to be at with my parents, okay? I was like, oh my gosh, I could feel myself, like, getting flushed because, like, some of the jokes were, like, very inappropriate, and, like, me and Kadeem are laughing, and we're sitting in front of my parents, and then I hear my parents laughing. I'm like, you're not supposed to think this stuff is funny.
Or even know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Like they say something dirty is sexual. And
And there's chuckling. I was like, oh my gosh, this is awful. But it was hilarious. It was so funny. And it was really such a good time. So I'm glad we ended up going.
That's good.
Yeah, it was fun.
How was his birthday, your boyfriend's birthday?
It was good. It was great.
What'd you get him?
Actually, just my presents. He didn't get anything. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
No,
You took him to
went
dinner.
Cat Williams and
Yeah.
I paid for his dinner.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a whole evening. You got him a
gift.
whole evening.
I told him I would take him shopping, but he didn't want to go shopping, so that's on him.
Okay. Kyle, what do you got coming up? 3 things we need to know.
Wait till you hear who may own TikTok. I will tell you next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Call the show and join the fun. 877-937-1047.
Kicking it with John, Jay, and Rich.
John, Jay, and Rich. Kyle Unfug's got 3 things we need to know. What do you got?
So everyone freaked out when TikTok got banned for 14 hours, right? And then President Trump said something like, hey, you guys, we're going to give you a grace period. You got 75 days to figure something out, to divest, to sell to a United States company. And they've gotten a bunch of bids. I know Mr. Beast put in a bid with a bunch of his billionaire friends. And apparently a company named Perplexity AI, which I was like, what is that? It's basically like a chat GPT. They presented a new bid to buy TikTok. They offered about $300 billion for it. And they said, if you buy it, the United States government would have a 50% stake in the company. Everyone's like, that's kind of weird, right? Like, do we want the government, like, owning half of our social media company?
No.
Not totally sure about this. However, they say the government wouldn't have a seat on the new company's board. Shares owned by the government wouldn't have voting power either. So they're trying to say, like, the government would own it, and that would make them feel better about TikTok staying here, but, like, they wouldn't be able to make important decisions. The company. We'll wait and see what TikTok does with the offer. Like I said, it's just they put in an offer. They don't have to accept it, but that's what's on the table. It's going to be a repeat of the Super Bowl of 2023 because the Philadelphia Eagles will once again take on the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to the Super Bowl after the 2 games this weekend. The Eagles beat the Washington Commanders 55-23. Wasn't even close. The Chiefs beat the Bills 32-29.
Was close.
That game was really close. It was like nail biter, actually. But the Chiefs will be going for a three-peat, which has never happened in NFL history.
That's
which
cool.
is kind of cool.
Yeah, really cool.
I know
good for
nobody
them.
wants the Chiefs to win. like if you go on social media, like I don't even think I'm on sports algorithms, but I'm getting all the videos of like everyone was like, "Come on, Bills, you can beat the Chiefs." Like, don't worry, the refs, the refs aren't part of the team. But then they kind of were. So
Yeah, what about Taylor Swift? She's going to the Super Bowl.
she's going to the Super Bowl again.
Which is probably what the NFL wanted.
And what's funny is like I was like, oh well, the script was right. Like the NFL logo, like the Super Bowl logo was right because it had red and green on it.
It
and now we
did?
have the Chiefs and the Eagles.
From a long time ago, you mean?
Yeah.
This year.
Before
This
Christmas.
year's Super Bowl. Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, I think Kyle did the story around Halloween, I feel like.
So
You know what I thought of? The first thing was, it's too bad that Jason Kelsey retired because that would have been cool again. The brothers.
I know. It's funny because my daughter, who's 10, she's more interested in like the Taylor Swift aspect of
too.
it all. She goes, Mom, do you think that now like Jason Kelsey is in a weird position? Does he root for his old team or does he root for his brother?
Roots for his brother.
I think he roots for his brother at this point because he's not on the team anymore. But I know he is still like an Eagle at heart, so he'll be happy either way. That's what I said. I'm like, he can't lose. If his old team wins, that's great. If his brother wins, that's great.
I just feel bad now for not Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, totally overshadowed by-
Everyone's going to be showing
just
Taylor Swift in the booth dancing to Kendrick
sure.
Lamar.
During the
100%.
game last night, I wasn't watching really closely, so I could be wrong. But I didn't see Taylor Swift that often. I was kind of hoping for more.
I just
but-
saw it on social media.
Yeah.
Well,
I started pulling up and I saw him making out. That was cool.
Jason
I didn't
Kelsey
see
had
that
like
in-
2 catches, so they showed her on those 2 catches, but not a lot beyond that.
I posted on my stories this morning, like, when they come out in the field and they give
Yeah.
an award, and then her and him were kissing. It was really cool.
I know that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I
It's
know.
more entertaining.
I like that
way.
story better than football.
Although the three-peat could be kind of cool, even if you hate the Chiefs. Like it's kind of cool to be able to watch history being made when it's positive history. Nike is trying to sort of make history of their own. They have released breakup shoes for Valentine's Day, which is just around the corner. They say if you're over being lovey-dovey with your partner, consider their trio of Air Max 1s. If you're ready for the breakup for Valentine's Day, you could give the shoes. The black, white, and pink sneakers actually have "It's not you, it's me," and "It's not me, it's you" on the laces. They're releasing a pair of like coral hued Air Jordan 3s that are treat yourself sneakers in case you do get jumped and you're like, you know what, forget it. I'm going to treat myself with some new cute shoes. They're all out there for purchase, and that's 3 things you need to know.
It's Monday, and it's horoscope time. Payne, what's the vibe today?
It's National Bubble Wrap Day, so I'm going to tell you if you are injury prone based on your zodiac sign, and if it's your birthday today, you are an Aquarius and you share a birthday with Gone Girl actress Rosamund Pike.
Abby, good morning. What's your sign?
Aquarius.
Okay, Abby the Aquarius, your injury prone level is at a 6 out of 10. So Aquarius, your weird experiments might backfire on you today. So try turning bubble wrap into a parachute or something. Bubble wrap your limbs before testing your crazy ideas. Otherwise, it's probably going to be a Band-Aid situation for you today, and you should be okay on the injury side.
That checks out.
Abby, have a great day. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stephanie, hi. What's your sign?
Hey, I'm a Taurus.
Okay, so for my Taurus, you are at an injury prone level of 3 out of 10, so not high at all. You move slow and steady, Taurus, so injuries aren't usually your thing. But today, watch out for rogue furniture corners and those harmless snack runs that lead to stubbed toes. Bubble wrap your shins and call it preventative.
Oh, thank you. I will. I should.
Bubble wrap your shins. What great advice from any.
Yes.
Have a great day.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Aaron. What's your sign?
Hey, I am a Libra.
Libra, okay, just like Kyle, you guys are at the injury prone level of 5 out of 10, so right in the middle. Libra, you're balanced most of the time, so injuries aren't really a huge risk for you. But if you're trying to avoid conflict and multitask, you might spill coffee and burn yourself. So bubble wrap your hands and stay hydrated today.
Definitely need to bubble wrap those hands. How many times Kyle come in with a Band-Aid on her fingers?
Yep.
I
Burn
cut myself
boobs.
over the weekend.
You need to bubble wrap your chest. You burn yourself over the weekend or cut yourself?
No, I sliced my finger open. It's fine. It was just a tip.
Aaron, have a great day. Thanks for listening.
Thanks. You too.
How about for Pisces?
Yeah, Rich, injury prone level is at an 8 out of 10, so the highest that we've had today. Pisces, your head is in the clouds, but your toes are tripping on reality. Bubble wrap your shoes because clumsy energy is coming for you today. If you fall, at least you'll land softly, physically, if not emotionally.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Next time you fall in love. That's not the song, is it?
Is that Peter Cetera?
Yeah. I just posted that
Cardi
video
Kid
last week, but you said if you next time you fall. Anyway, what do you got for Leos?
Yeah, so for Leos, our injury prone level is at a 7 out of 10, so pretty high up there, but not as high as a Pisces. So Leos, we are the star until we faceplant mid catwalk. So injury finds us when we're trying to be extra, so just bubble wrap ourselves and make it fashion. Falling's fine as long as it's on a video for TikTok. Just think content and you're good to go.
How about Virgos?
Yeah, Virgo, John Jay, you're pretty low. Injury prone level at a 4 out of 10. You're usually prepared, Virgo, but your hyper focus today could lead to a why did I just walk into a wall moment. So bubble wrap your pride too, because you're tripping over nothing that doesn't fit your perfectionist agenda.
Huh. That's funny. Rich is the one that walked into a wall.
That's true. And John Jay's got more self-injuries than anybody I know.
If we didn't get to your sounder, I'll post it on our website at johnjayandrich.com. Here's a very important text we should get to. You can text us. You text JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893. The text is, hey, John Jay, I love your show. I've been listening for years. Can you please bring up the story about Rich and Gladys Knight and the chips? I laughed my ass off the first time I heard the story, and I would love to hear it again. Thank you, and I love you guys. Yeah, I don't think we've played that in a while, right?
No.
You know what's funny?
John's not so excited.
We haven't played it, so I don't know what I have it under.
Oh, that's too bad.
I don't even know what I have it labeled under. I have Rich Seagull. That was his nose.
Yeah.
I have...
It wouldn't just be Chip Story?
Rich Smug. What's this?
Is it a pneumatic press?
I'm just typing in Rich. Unless I would have it under Gladys? Let me see. Wait, let me just see. How do I not have it? Oh, you have it?
You know, I met Gladys Knight when I worked in Dallas. I worked for a station that did these concerts, and she was doing a little show for the radio station. They were all hanging out in rehearsals, and she walks up to me. She's like, "I'm supposed to go up and rehearse, but I ain't had one chip. Get me a chip." Give me a bag of chips. So I'm like, all right, I'll go get you a bag of chips. So I go get her a bag of chips. Nothing said. She does the concert. She thanks me during the show for a bag of chips. She's like, because of this man, I got a bag of chips. That's why I'm singing tonight. So she was very cool.
Nice.
There you go.
Did it cut off?
Yeah, my clip was missing that, sadly.
I got to find it. I can't. It's been so long that I don't know what I have it labeled under. You know what I mean? Because I had it on my
Story?
machine.
That's the
Oh,
infamous
Chip. You're right.
Chip Story.
It's under Chip.
I said that like 5
You know, I
minutes
met
ago.
Gladys Knight when I worked in Dallas. I worked for a station that did these concerts, and she was doing a little show for the radio station. They were all hanging out in rehearsals, and she walks up to me. She's like, I'm supposed to go up and rehearse, but I ain't had one chip. Get me a chip. Give me a bag of chips. So I'm like, all right, I'll go get you a bag of chips. So I go get her a bag of chips. Nothing said. She does the concert. She thanks me during the show for a bag of chips. She's like, because of this man, I got a bag of chips. That's why I'm singing tonight. So she was very cool. I like her a lot. She's a cool lady.
There's more. Every time I hear that, there's such little. I don't think she's very cool. No, listen to it again.
You know, I'm
just kidding. I'm just kidding. John Jay and Rich. Is this Yaya Martinez?
It is Yaya Martinez. What's up, John?
Hey.
Hey! Listen to you guys on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So, got to tell you guys about this nice, interesting way that I have never broken a bone in my body, and then when I did, it was the worst one possible. I was running late to my niece's soccer game, which was like about 45 minutes away. Realized that I forgot my foghorn because, you know, I'm that auntie. Go back inside to the house, and then when I'm going to put the spare key back, I slip down some steps, land right on my butt, and I heard a crack. And I'm like, there's nothing in there to crack. I have a pretty nice butt. I like to think that. But I didn't know that it was possible to break your tailbone.
Oh, I did hear that's the worst pain ever.
Ouch.
When I tell you, I've never had a child before, but if that's what childbirth is like, I am never doing it. The amount of tears that I cried, and then I had to drive 45 minutes with a broken butt. It was the worst.
I don't think the baby comes out that way.
I mean, some people it gets interesting, but I can't.
To break it though, like that's crazy. Like you can't sing, you can't do anything.
Do they put that in the cast?
No, but you know what? They do have a way to adjust it. Because I remember John Jay posted about it a couple of times, and I said, "Ain't no way my chiropractor getting that friendly with me. That's not happening."
Oh yeah, that was weird what you used to do, John Jay. Weird.
Worst pain ever. So do not recommend fracturing or breaking your tailbone. And it was funny, they took an X-ray, and it was like tilted to the side a little bit, like it was throwing up a dub. I was like, this is not cool, man.
Oh
you know what's be funny is that whenever you have an appearance or whenever we see you next, everyone's been looking at your butt, see if it looks different.
I know. You know what's crazy though? Whenever it rains, you know how like when you break a bone or something like that, and they have like an aching pain. Now my butt hurts whenever it's about to rain.
It's a good thing.
You have a telltale.
You live in the Sonora desert where it never rains.
Jeez, growing up.
The moisture, okay? Whenever the moisture picks me up, my shoulder's hurting, my knee's hurting.
Maybe you got to refocus on that pain. Maybe it's not when it rains. Maybe it's whenever you're driving by a restaurant that you shouldn't eat at.
No, that could be it too.
Your tailbone's letting you know. No, don't go in there.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely don't.
Well, Yaya, thanks for listening and calling in. That's awesome.
Got you guys. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rich, what do you got for life hacks today?
Well, it's the easiest hack of all to stay healthy while everybody else is getting sick.
Stacks and hacks coming up next with John Jay and Rich.
Good morning. Wake up every morning. Start your day with John Jay and Rich.
I wake up with my favorite artist.
And so that it's Billie Eilish.
It's Teddy Swims, and you're listening to John Jay and Rich.
John Jay and Rich. Time for Stacks and Hacks. I have Stacks information. Rich has life hacks. New research has shown that forming lasting habits takes a lot longer than 21 days. They used to say do 21 days, do something. They say it requires actually 2 to 5 months of constant practice. And in some cases, it could take closer to a year.
That makes sense. But 5 months and 2 months, that's a big difference between trying to get it dug in.
Yeah.
Processed meats like bacon, hot dogs, sausage, and ham increase the risk of cognitive decline and dementia by 13%. Stay away. A Florida man's hands, feet, and elbows turned orange after he went on an extreme carnivore diet for 8 months and only ate hamburger meat, cheese, and full sticks of butter. I saw pictures. It's the weirdest thing. It's like, those little wrinkles in your hand and your palm? Like those were all orange. It's really weird. Elon Musk is calling for the penny to be killed off to save the government money. It costs more than 1 cent to make every penny. Critics say this will just raise prices, especially on cheaper items. I don't know. How cold has it been? Get this. A guy in Canada had to be rescued after his pants came off during a brawl outside a bar, and his junk froze to the ground.
My gosh.
Like Dumb and Dumber.
What a weird fight.
Yeah.
An elementary school principal in Florida was arrested after throwing a massive rager where the guests included elementary school teachers and more than 100 students. Doctors recommend not sitting on the toilet for longer than 10 minutes. It has been connected to weakened pelvic muscles and increased risk of hemorrhoids. A new study showed that attractive people land better jobs and higher salaries. People rated as attractive are 52% more likely to land prestigious positions.
That's pretty privilege.
Yep. A man ordered a $40 drill set from a Chinese company called AliExpress, but he received a printed photo of the drill. Not the drill. Here it is.
This is a picture of what they sent me. I paid $22.97 for a pressure washer, and this is what I get. It's a wrench to screw the screw out the wall with. All this is bad, you know what I mean? Don't scam nobody. I just don't like to get scammed because, if you spend your money, you want to get what you paid for.
A 20-year-old guy in Indiana went viral on TikTok after he walked half a mile in a snowstorm to bring someone their pizza, and they only tipped him $2. But it ended up being the biggest tip ever for the guy because a cop saw the story, and posted a video about him, and he was so impressed with this guy's work ethic, he started a GoFundMe for the guy. Check this out.
Did you get a good tip? $2. How much was their order? $40. $40 and a $2 tip. Are you kidding me?
Do better, folks. Do better, be better.
There are people
that still see what you do that goes unseen in your eyes, but in everyone else's, they see what happens, and there's always a community out there for you.
That GoFundMe now is at $40,000.
Right.
Wow.
I'd love to hear that.
Oh my gosh.
A woman in Alabama gave birth in a Krispy Kreme parking lot on Wednesday. She and her son Dallas are doing great. Krispy Kreme has given them free donuts for a year, and they offered to throw him a birthday party every year until he's 18.
Oh, that's cool.
Swifties are outraged that Morgan Wallen is naming his new tour and album "I'm the Problem." Ooh. By the way,
he would not get mad and be like, he's paying homage.
not the Swifties. In fact, we got Morgan Wallen tickets in about 30 minutes from now. So you got to keep listening. Rich, what do you got for life hacks?
You would think the easiest way to stay healthy when everybody else is sick is the stuff like the vitamin C, the water, the all that. But experts say there's an easier way to actually boost your immunity, and it works really, really good. And it's physical touch. We're talking about hugs, even massages, holding your sweetie's hand. I guess if they're healthy and not sick, that actually reduces stress, boosts your immunity. Hold hands while you're watching some TV today, and maybe you will get a little shot of the natural vitamin C while everybody else is sick. If you can't figure out how to do that, that tip is up at johnjandrich.com.
My son Kemp, one of his roommates, is a guy from the Netherlands. He's 6'11", and they read a story like that about hugging helps you like stay healthy and positive attitude. And they said they had heard it was 12 times a day that you should get hugged. So they hug each other 12 times a day, every day. Track. Yeah, they keep track. It is so funny.
And everybody's good? Nobody's sick?
No one's sick. Everyone's healthy.
It's working.
Yeah.
If chaos was a radio show, you're listening to it.
It's John, Jay, and Rich. We got Morgan Wallen tickets about 30 minutes from now. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. You call us anytime, especially right now, because we're going to get into like little things that annoy you. Because let me tell you what happened. I don't know if your house is like mine. I feel that a lot of people have this, but we have like a cup with a bunch of pens in it. You know what I'm talking about?
We've got a drawer with a bunch of pens.
We have a drawer and a cup. My wife has a desk outside the kitchen. It's got all these pens in it. And I got up this morning. I went to bed pretty early last night. When I got up this morning, my wife had written a little note by my wallet that said, "I love you."
That's sweet.
I know. So I went to grab a pen and write on the note, "I love you more," and put it on the thing. Couldn't find a pen. There's a whole thing. No pen to work. I grab a pen. I write, "Love you more," rips a hole in the piece of paper. Then I grab another pen. And so I throw that pen away. And I'm like, why do we have all these? Like, I got so frustrated for like a second, but I had to move on. But I went through 5 pens. And then I went and I found a what are these markers that we have? The marker?
Sharpie?
The Sharpie. No, the ones you like to smell. I found a Sharpie, and then I wrote "Love you more," but it's all torn up because I want to be on the same piece of paper. And then that was it, but I was just annoyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Things get very annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I know personally that, like, missing socks just happen in the dryer. Like, I don't know where they go, but that's just a normal thing we all know. And I'm convinced now that whatever little gremlin takes the socks out of the dryer also takes chargers. Like, where do all the chargers go? I know, like, my kids are like, "I need to go charge my Switch, but I don't have a charger." I'm like, I've given you 17 chargers. Where did you put it? I don't know. If you just leave it plugged in and then you plug your charger in the same spot every time, they'll always be there. I know, but I don't know where it is. I'm like, we're out. They're gone. The gremlins have taken them. Mm-hmm. And that's annoying.
It is. 877-937-1047. Let's hear about the little things that annoy you. Peyton, Rich, you guys have any?
Yeah, I was thinking about things that go missing. Scissors are always missing. Where are the scissors? They were right here. They were right here. I put them there. They're always gone. The scissors are always gone. And the other thing I don't like is auto ship that is not Amazon. Amazon, you can stop. But the other auto ships from actual websites, they don't accept the password that you created to set up the auto ship. I know their trick.
Forgetting your password is really annoying.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to change it, and then they won't let you change it to the password that you would have changed it to because you've already used that one.
Right, and it was the most recent one that you already used. That's the worst.
I'm on to you, auto ship.
For me, it's like I spend all this money on storage on my phone, and for some reason, I never have storage on my phone. That makes me so mad.
I hate paying for storage.
Me too.
Like, just let us store things.
I know. Like, I feel like Apple, it's like $30 a month for me on storage, and I still can't take a picture. So annoying.
You know what annoys me too, and I know it annoys my wife. And my wife is one of the nicest people in the world. And just like she said something yesterday that I was so not out of character, but I I understand. Like, we were on Southwest. We're flying yesterday, and the people, they do that pre-boarding. And when I sat down next to her, she goes, I don't want to judge, but the pre-boarding people seem to be full of it. Do you know what I mean? They get on the plane, they're so totally fine.
Yeah.
Why are you pre-boarding?
It's a good point.
Why are you pre-boarding? You seem are you pre-boarding because you got a C group?
I don't believe you're a Sapphire member or whatever that is.
They do that on Southwest?
Oh no, that's another one. I think Delta has like all the different how do I know what a Sapphire and a Diamond and a tourmaline order is? I don't know. They got all these different. They don't say first class. They say if you're a platinum or a tourmaline member. I'm like, what the hell? Like, how do I know what I am?
I think the pre-boarders are full of it.
Yeah.
Shalina.
Yes.
What's something that annoys you?
Oh my gosh, it will trigger me and set me off for the rest of the day. If you leave 2 crackers in a box, or if you leave a tablespoon of milk in the jug, just throw it out. What are you going to do with a tablespoon of milk? Like, for real, who does that?
I'm like so with you. My kids will put an empty box back on the shelf. So you go to get the Oreos out, and it's like light as a feather. You open up, none are in there. You could throw it away. You could just throw it away. Then we know there's no more left.
Yes. Just put it out.
Yeah.
Just throw it out.
Thanks, Shalina. Yeah. Thanks for calling in.
Bye.
877-937-1047. Just reminds me of my wife. She came home. She was gone for a week. And then my son was in town, was in California playing basketball. So she was there with him for a week. And then she came home for a day. And then we went back because he had another game on Saturday, right? But when she came home, so she's gone for a week. She comes home. And there's the dogs are at the babysitter. We don't have the dogs. And there's a bag of dog poop that apparently she picked up and put on the driveway, far away up on the driveway. And she gets out of the car and she's like, is that dog poop right there? I'm like, okay, I don't know. I go, looks like it. She goes, yeah, I put that bag there. And nobody put it in the trash. Nobody. And I was like, I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't pay attention. She's like, nobody put it in the trash. Then she comes in the house and he starts complaining about, now I had the house clean before she came home, right?
Yeah, you're smart. You know how to do that.
And then my son Dutch went and got her a green tea and got her some flowers. And she came home and starts complaining about something else. I was like, hey, what about the green tea and the flowers? Yeah, those are nice. But not one of you could have put away the dog poop, throw away the dog poop? Like, unbelievable. By the way, speaking of this trip to LA, I got to tell you a couple things about this trip to Long Beach, which, by the way, if you ever get a chance to go and you're looking, you don't want to avoid the LAX airport, the Long Beach airport is fantastic.
I've never flown in there.
It's so small and perfect and just beautiful and clean. In fact, they have ads all over. I guess they were voted the world's coolest airport. Like, I don't know if temperature, but I think cool for this is a great airport.
That's a good title.
Yeah. When we were leaving, you know how, Kyle, you're wearing a sweatshirt right now that says coffee, coffee, coffee on it, right? And you have a couple other shirts that say certain logos on it. They're kind of cool. Like the White Fox one you were wearing the other day said White Fox. So I was at the airport waiting to get on the plane, and I see this girl and this woman, and she's got a sweatshirt that says Book Club on it. And my wife reads all the time, and you got Valentine's Day coming up, so I was like, I wonder if I could find that sweatshirt, right? That's kind of cool. I wonder if it's a logo, like a brand. So I type in, while I'm waiting in line, I was Seaboard group. I type in Book Club sweatshirts, and they all pop up, but there's no brand. And then another woman turns around, and she's got Book Club on her sweatshirt too. And I'm like, this must be a popular brand. How can I not? I got to find this brand and get it for my wife because she reads all the time. So I can't find it. And then at Long Beach Airport, you have to board the plane from outside, and you walk up a huge ramp. So this girl's walking up the ramp. I see Book Club. Then I see the girl behind her. It says Book Club. Then the girl behind her says Book Club. Like, these girls, what are the chances that all these girls like this brand? Then I realized, I felt that it was like a girls' weekend, and they were all in a book club. Like they did what you do, you make shirts and stuff. Right. And I was like, oh my God. And then I told my wife, did you see that? I was going to get you, for Valentine's Day, I was going to get you that sweatshirt. But apparently, and she goes, I wonder what book club they're in. I wonder if I can join the book club. I wonder if they're flying home. I wonder if they live here in this part of. I go, I don't know. Anyway, Bonnie, what's something small that's annoying?
Hey, good morning. So I've got one of those no soliciting signs over my doorbell camera, and my system will ping when it says that somebody's at the door. and I can tell that they're literally standing there reading the no soliciting sign, and then they ring the doorbell anyway.
Yep.
And I'm like, seriously? And so I'll go to the door and I'll be like, hi, did you see my sign? No. And I'm like, really? Because I just saw you reading it for like the last minute.
You can see their eyes moving across the no soliciting, so you know they know.
Yeah.
Don't you just get annoyed by anybody that knocks on your door?
Kind of.
Yeah, well, I've got 3 dogs, and I'm like, okay, seriously, come on, and then they just walk away. I'm like, okay, bye, have a nice day. So.
Oh, my God. I understand your pain. Thanks, Bonnie.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
You too. Hi, Anna. What's the little thing that's annoying?
Why do they make you show up 15 minutes early to the doctor to fill out a packet of all your ailments, and then you get back there and they say, what's wrong?
You're right.
And you're like, just look at my paper. I filled it out. I showed up. That's what's wrong. Look at the packet that I filled out. Can't stand it.
Thanks, Anna. Have a great day.
I had a little thing that annoyed me this weekend that kind of drove me up a wall, but it was whatever. I made a reservation for dinner, and then I didn't get sat for 10 minutes after my reservation. I'm like, why did I make the reservation? And then we went to a teppanyaki table, and then we got sat right in the middle of 2 different parties because we were 10 minutes late for our reservation, but it wasn't even our fault for the reservation. Oh, it was so annoying. I was so mad.
Oh, so you guys are in the middle of 2 different parties.
And it was so awkward. It was so awkward. We have like 2 people next to us that we don't know, and it's already awkward sitting at a teppanyaki table with people you don't know. And I was like, I feel like the people at the 2 people should go be tucked away in the corner, but they put us in the middle, and then we got there on time for our reservation, and then we were still sat late.
Is teppanyaki where you sit there and they dance for you on a tap dance while you're eating?
No, John Jay.
Because you're making fun of how she says it.
I can't talk. I have a lip flip. That's my problem right now.
Teppanyaki, you sit down.
I'm really struggling right now.
Someone in tap shoes right for you.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
I go to that show. That sounds fun.
You want chicken?
Cut me some slack. You know what I'm going through over here.
Click.
No, I do think they need like tiny teppanyaki tables.
I
like
agree.
smaller
You
ones
can
for like
sit
2
over
tables.
in the corner, right? You at that
Yeah,
place.
but not a teppanyaki. You don't get the whole show.
It's not the same.
Teppanyaki.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not tappanyaki.
Sorry.
877-937-1047. More of your calls after Baby Bash. John Jay and Rich. John Jay and Rich. Kyle's talking about how chargers go missing in our house and it's annoying. I was getting into trying to pens in my house, run out, don't have any ink. It's annoying. 877-937-1047. What are some tiny little things? Just annoying. Jenny, hi.
Oh, I hate when you're driving in traffic and somebody cuts you off just to put the brakes on. My God. Like, really? Do you really have to do that?
It is
You
really
can't just wait for me to pass?
Yeah, if you're going to speed past me, keep speeding. Don't slow down slower than I'm going.
Go fast.
You know, I made a driving observation over the weekend. I was in Los Angeles and I was trying to merge into a lane and they wouldn't let me. And almost every time that's ever happened to me, it's a guy in a truck.
Ah.
There's
Almost
just
every
an
time.
energy about a guy in a truck on the road. Like, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if I like it.
We let people in.
I don't know. Rich,
You have an
I'm
electric truck.
It's different.
That's true.
Different energy.
That's true. Fair enough.
Jenny, thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a great day. Love you.
You
Bye.
too. Tony.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, what drives me crazy is maybe having a dinner at a restaurant or something, and the person at the next table starts blowing their nose.
Ew.
Yeah.
I do that.
Crazy.
My wife's mortified when I do that.
Keep that to yourself or go to the bathroom.
I mean, I do it like in a restaurant that's not a sit. I wouldn't do it at a fancy restaurant or a sit-down restaurant. I think it's okay to blow your nose in a fast casual restaurant. I think that's fine. But I blew my nose in a frozen yogurt place last night. My wife didn't say anything. I thought she would.
Oh, good. You got away with it.
Now I blow my nose. I blow my nose, and I'm like looking at her to see. Oh, I guess it was cool to do it here.
Could just go to the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah, but I want to get up and walk all the way there. All right. Thanks, Tony.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Teresa, what's something that's annoying?
Is that us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So every time, John Jay, you're annoying. Every time you do second date update or War of the Roses, you get us all psyched for it, and then we'll do it right after this song. Like Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, good.
And he wants me to say it because I said it wrong. I said Hozier, or what did I say? Did I say Hozier or Hoosier? I can't remember. And he started laughing. He's like, I'm not going to correct you. So, but every time, and then my daughter doesn't get to hear the second date update or War of the Roses because you do it after a song every morning.
You're supposed to sit through the song. See, you sit through the song, and then you hear the segment, and then our ratings go up. That's how that works.
We just want to get right to it.
I know.
Yeah, we get that.
I know.
I know. Yes, Nick? Wait.
Hey, guys, can you ask Teresa how you pronounce the singer who sings Too Sweet? Because it made me laugh.
Who is it, Teresa?
Hoosier.
She's like, it's always Hoosier. It's always, I should say less.
He's from Indiana
right now.
That's cute.
Thanks,
I
Teresa.
bet you Hosier gets that a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Tomorrow we have second date update, and it's going to be a good one.
And then you'll say, right after Sabrina Carpenter.
Well, that's great. The only problem is it's not working because she's not sticking around listening to it. That's a bummer.
Sorry, Teresa. Please don't leave us.
You know, tomorrow I'll specifically say, Teresa, hold on. Teresa, okay? All right.
Right.
Have a great day, Teresa. Thank you.
You too.
Bye. I have to tell you, I had an epiphany over the weekend, too, and it sucks because I was going to say Rich is annoying. I had this moment over the weekend where I was so annoyed at Rich because he was so right.
About what?
Lately, you've been right about a lot of stuff, and I'm like, damn you.
About what?
About the backpack that you gave me a long time ago that I hated.
I saw the picture. It's amazing.
I know. You gave me a backpack. Do you remember a long time ago when I hated it? It was a stupid backpack. What a stupid backpack. And then
an expensive, really nice backpack.
I used it over the weekend. I was like, this is the most awesome backpack.
Especially for traveling.
For traveling. I'm like, this is great. Who needs a suitcase? I was like, because I hate carry-on. I thought, there was just a way of that carry-on, but it was on my back. And that's what it is. This is really cool. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, how are you?
And who are you, Ashley?
I'm Ashley. I'm just in book club. Saw you at the airport.
You're the book club people?
Oh, my God.
We're the book club people.
So did you hear my story?
No, my sister-in-law just texted me, and another girl just texted me saying that you saw a book club at the airport, or your wife wants a sweatshirt.
No, yeah. Well, I went to. So I must have seen you in line, and I saw that you were wearing a sweatshirt that says book club over it, right?
Yep. Was it green?
Yes.
Yes.
And then I saw a few more.
Yep. We're on our book club trip.
What is
That's fun. Do you read a book and then go to wherever that book was based or something?
Ooh, that's fun.
No, we pick a book each month, and then we just meet monthly at our friend's house. And then after the year of book club, we just decide to go on a trip. So the last 2 years, it's been Newport. And we just go to the beach and we just celebrate our year of books. And
that's cool.
That sounds so
hang
fun.
Out. Yeah.
My wife,
like your twist, though, Kyle.
my wife
That's
wanted
fun.
to talk to you so badly. You know what's funny is I said that to her. I go, why would they all be here? And then I go, maybe there's a book that's all about the Long Beach airport.
That is so funny. We'll get her a sweatshirt. We'll make her one.
That's great. Thanks. What's the most recent book you're reading?
We just read. What did we just read? This month was Educated. In January, we always do a biography of somebody, and then from then on, it's usually a romance or a thriller.
Oh, so who are you reading right now?
This month was Educated.
Educated is the name of the book.
memoir.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
And it's about a famous teacher or something?
Yeah. Yep.
You know what? You should do the book then. My wife's reading right now, too. I don't know the name of
What's
it.
she reading?
She's reading a book about somebody on TikTok that has a TikTok account about their grandmother who was in the Holocaust. And it's apparently it's riveting. But and she's
wow.
I wish I could remember.
Have to come to our book club. I mean, we're in Gilbert, so we're a little far from her, but
She'll do anything for reading. Nick, can you get Blake on the phone? Maybe Blake can tell her what the book is that she's reading.
I know. Can we chat?
I told my wife to make a book club TikTok, like a Blake's book club or something like that.
She should.
Or a Bookstagram.
That would be so fun.
Have you seen those?
What?
A Bookstagram? I've seen a few of those.
Oh, wow. A Bookstagram would be cool, too.
That's how I found out about the book I'm reading right now, Ashley, The Fourth Wing. Have you guys done that yet?
We haven't, but everybody has been raving about it.
Yeah, it's good. Now, the third one just came out, I think a week ago.
The third book is called The Fourth Wing?
The Fourth Wing's the first book. Then the second one's called Iron Blood, baby, I think.
Well,
and then
they're
now the
doing it
third
all
one
wrong.
just came out.
Oh, yes. Yep. I keep seeing people post about it, but we haven't read it yet.
You will dig it. It's like Hunger Games
Okay,
meets Game of Thrones.
We're going to add it to our list.
Well, Nick's
It's
trying
so
to get
funny.
my wife online.
John
She's
Jay, one of the girls in our book club noticed you. She was like, "Celebrity sighting. John Jay's here."
C group. Baller.
Ballin'.
I know. We saw you.
Well-
But yeah, no, there was just like 13 of us. We just all went.
Yeah.
That's a big group.
All with book club sweatshirts. Is that
Soon
funny?
to be 14 when Blake joins.
Yeah.
I know. We're adding one more.
All right, Ashley.
more.
Well,
That's so funny.
let me see. Nick, she's not picking up? Nick. Is she picking? Blake's not picking up? Oh, okay. Trying to call her. What a bummer. I'd like to know what book she's reading. I'll find out what that book is, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you in like 5 minutes if you turn on the radio. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
perfect.
Thank you, Ashley. Thanks for jumping on the air with us.
Ashley.
Have a great day.
All right, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Victoria, thank you so much for holding. What's going on?
Okay, so don't judge me, but I have a little system. So I am a single mom, right? And dating out here in these streets, balancing life like a pro, I've got it, right? But I'm just going to be real. Dating gets expensive, and sometimes you have to get creative. So picture this, my kid's asleep in the other room, and I've got a guy over, and, we're chilling, watching TV, waiting for the coast to clear, and at some point, I'm just like, oh, I don't think I have Netflix on this TV. Can you log in really quick? And guess what? He does every single time. So now I have free everything. I have Peacock, Paramount Plus, Netflix, Disney Plus with Hulu, and ESPN. One guy even got YouTube TV. Okay, this is like amazing, and I basically just never have to pay for any type of streaming of any sort. It's a true genius move, I want to say, and I'm putting it out there for people, but it does get tricky. You have to remember who's still logged in so that no one gets suspicious, because I can't have Brandon's Hulu pop up when Jake is sitting next to me on the couch, right?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, you're going to watch those little circles. And you can't rename them because then they're going to know that you changed their account. Mm-hmm. So you're just hoping that the date's over and gone, but they don't care about your logging into their account or don't know it. It's actually pretty brilliant.
You have to be smart. If you can handle it, it's a genius plan, and it works like a charm.
So if I'm understanding this, she's dating a few people, and she's using their passwords to watch free TV. That's what but because you have different guys coming over, you don't want them to see the different name. So how many guys are you hooking up with?
This is a no judgment. Hey,
I know. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. It's almost like, how many apps are there?
She started by saying, don't judge.
I have a different guy for every app.
Enough.
She needs to bundle her guys.
The answer is enough.
If you got a guy getting you free YouTube TV, I think that's money right there. That's awesome.
It is really smart.
Right? It's called a dirty little secret for a reason.
Yeah,
okay.
Totally.
And also a life hack, actually. If you're dating and you're single, it's a good life hack.
Totally. And it's like a little side hustle, streaming subscriptions for free.
Wow. All right.
But yeah.
That is
Thanks for letting me get it off my chest.
It's a great dirty little secret. You're right. Dirty little secret / life hack.
Yes.
Right.
There you go. Judge me if you want, but I haven't paid for Netflix in years, so.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing that with us. Appreciate you very much.
Of course. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye. John Jay and Rich. Before we play a game, I was talking about my wife and this book club that she's in, or not book club, the book she's reading. And I can't get a hold of her because I said I'd have the name of the book here in a minute. But somebody just texted me and said, is Blake's book called Illy's Promise? I don't know. Does anyone know?
I don't know.
I'm definitely not the person to ask about a book.
I don't know why my wife's not answering. What the heck's she doing this morning? Anyway, we're going to play a game. We got Morgan Wallen tickets. We got them every day. And then we got Katy Perry tickets like an hour from now. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
What are you doing right now?
So I am a special ed teacher, and I just stepped out really fast because I really wanted to win these tickets. And I was hoping my class can participate, but because of school rules and I teach special ed, they couldn't be in the background. So I stepped out really quickly.
So they're just alone right now in the classroom?
Yeah, I went to my classroom, I have a little classroom for them too. So, yeah, I just snuck out.
They're fine.
All right. Well, we got there. So you really want to see Morgan Wallen?
Oh, my gosh, so bad.
Okay. Rich, what game are we playing?
We're going to do real or fake. These are either real country song titles, real songs, or fake. Some of them are Morgan Wallen, some of them aren't. We'll just kind of go around the room, and we'll start with you, Michelle. Your song title, Get Your Tongue Out of My Mouth, I'm Kissing You Goodbye. Real or fake?
Fake.
It is not fake. It is real.
Oh, country music.
That is a song by Waylon Jennings, the country legend. Okay, over to you, John Jay. The song title, just went away, hold on. Whiskey Glasses. Real song or fake song?
Should be real.
Looking at you through whiskey glasses. Real. That is a real Morgan Wallen song.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen.
Point for you. Kyle, you're the reason our kids are ugly.
Oh my gosh, that's fake. It's got to be fake.
No,
Who would sing that?
That's a real song by Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty.
That's so messed up.
Did you see that story in the news? That a guy and his wife, they had a baby, and the baby's really ugly, and he got mad and accused the wife of cheating, and then it turns out she had all this plastic surgery and changed her face, so she is ugly.
No, I didn't see that.
Sad. Everything about that is sad to me.
By the way, the book Blake just texted me is Lily's Promise.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Elise or Lily's?
Lily's.
Oh,
Lily's Promise.
All right, over to you, Peyton. Real or fake country song? If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
Fake.
No, that is a real song. Real country song.
A country song.
By the Bellamy Brothers.
I thought that was Britney Spears' song lyrics.
That's what I said. I was like, it doesn't sound like a
Well, we went country.
song.
Country.
Okay,
Michelle, over to you. Man made a bar. Real or fake?
Man made a bar? Fake. I have to.
No, that's real. That's a Morgan Wallen song.
Michelle.
That's okay. One more quick round here. John
I
Jay.
need a rush.
John Jay, when your phone don't ring, that'll be me. Real or fake country song?
That sounds real.
That is a real song. That's by George Jones.
Have you had any fake ones yet? No? Have they all been real?
No, a couple of them have been fake, actually. Over to you, Kyle. She's acting single, but drinking double.
I'm just going to say real because they've all been real.
They've been real. That one's real.
Yeah, they've all been real, Rich. I don't think you've given us a fake one yet.
I have. All right.
Who had a fake one?
I can't remember. Let's get through this stuff.
I don't think mine was real.
Mine was real. Peyton was real. This game is just called Real Song.
Peyton, real or fake? All right. Whose bed have your boots been under?
I'm going to take an educated guess and say real.
That is real. That is Shania Twain. One more for you, Michelle.
Oh, real. I knew that.
I actually really like this title. I keep forgetting I forgot about you. Real or fake country song? Hello? Did you go away, Michelle?
Oh, is it me?
Yeah, it's you. I keep forgetting I forgot about you. Real or fake country song?
Real.
That is real for the win.
I don't think you gave us a fake one, dude.
Or real
Actually,
country
the
song.
real ones were so good. I just didn't want to skip them because you still missed a bunch.
We're fine.
Which is fun.
We did. We didn't pick it up till later.
All right, Michelle, go back to school. Go back to your class. We'll give you the tickets. You win.
Yay.
Thank you.
You got it. You got it. Hold on the line. Hold on.
I guess they were all real.
Whereas, like, I got a game. It'll be a perfect game with Morgan Wallen tickets. Fake country song, a real country song. A great idea.
Well, I wrote some fake ones, but the real ones, when I started looking them up, they were funnier.
Give us some of the fake ones then. Let's see. What are some? Oh, you were close your book.
That sounded like the alphabet rift right there.
Because the first one I wrote is "Get Out of My Truck, Girl, You Done Broke My Heart" was the first thing I wrote, thinking somebody'd buy that because that sounds like a country song. But then the real ones were so much more clever, so much more punny, that I just went with the real ones.
So you forgot the premise of your game?
I did not forget.
I mean,
just
it
thought they were
tricked
funny.
us. It did trick us.
You
So.
still whiffed on it.
Stump us. Yeah.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+. What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Okay, real talk. We're all kind of hooked on our phones. It's full of shiny apps designed to keep your attention captive forever. But there's real-life stuff to do other than scrolling, and I'm here to help. I'm Christina Quinn, the host of Try This, a podcast from The Washington Post. The show explores solutions for life's common problems. And this season, we're learning to tame the dopamine beast and reclaim our attention in this noisy and distracting world. So let's tame the beast together. Find Try This from The Washington Post wherever you listen.
Did you guys see Timothy Chalamet hosting Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, he did good.
The little
He's
clips.
funny.
Yeah.
Did you see the controversy? He made a Jimmy Carter joke. So he was teaching like this aerobics class, and they're hanging on these bouncy things, like that's the new aerobics, you know, like you're doing whatever, you're swinging back and forth, bouncing, and he comes up with names for the exercise. And then there's one where he acts like he's just hanging there dead, and he's like, "Do the Jimmy Carter, do the Jimmy Carter," and now all these people are pissed.
Here we go, ladies. 5, 4, 3, 2, froggy, and jumping jacks. Jimmy Carter, Jimmy Carter.
I don't know. I mean, in the context, I thought it was funny. It's different. They're supposed to be edgy. It's comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe too soon.
Maybe too soon.
Maybe.
This is weird, but my remote wouldn't fast forward on the Peacock app, and I like to fast forward through Saturday Night Live, so that's the only sketch I saw, and I stopped it.
That's like the first sketch.
It's the first sketch. So I mean, I wouldn't let me fast forward. So I was like, done. Was it any good? Did you watch the rest of it?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He could be a cast member. Him and Ariana Grande both, I think, do a really good job. They could have written better stuff for him, but he was great.
Yeah, because I remember he was on it and he did that skit with Pete Davidson, and that was really funny. That one went viral for a little bit. So I like Timothy Chalamet.
What's the latest? Let's get into the Ryan Reynolds thing. What did he do?
So he surprised his friend Hugh Jackman in the middle of Hugh's show, and it was actually very sweet because you can see how much Ryan Reynolds actually really loves you.
Can we just get the house lights on because I want to be able to...
Hello, Hugh. Ryan. I have been lucky enough to have... He's my gotcha for life right here. I mean it. Thank you, Gus. I'm his second best friend. All right, Gus. Jesus, I'm so sorry. This is just awful.
But yeah, showing support for Hugh Jackman's one-man show, you were also kind of waiting to be like, is he going to say anything about Justin Baldoni? He did not. He definitely did not.
Yell that in the audience or anything. What's going on with Blake? Tell us the truth. How about Lizzo?
Congratulations to Lizzo. It wasn't a New Year's resolution, but she did actually just make a major milestone in her life.
I did it. Today I stepped on the scale and I met my weight release goal. Told y'all I was gonna bump like this. Y'all didn't know that I could bump like this. Let this be a reminder that you can do anything you set your mind to. Now I guess it's time to set new goals.
Is she saying how she did it? Did she do surgery? Did she do Ozempic, or she just do it eating right exercise?
She's talked openly about using Ozempic.
Oh, she used Ozempic? Okay, I didn't know.
But she does, I mean, you can tell a big difference in her.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can tell she feels really good, which is I think what you really want in the goal. Like, yeah, like you can, lose weight and in your eyes maybe look better, but then it's about the feeling, right? If you feel better, it shows in your face, shows everywhere.
How about Taylor Swift's boyfriend making it to Super Bowl?
Okay. I am embarrassed for Taylor Swift. I'm just embarrassed for her.
Why?
Because, like, in the post-game, like, celebration when the Chiefs won last night, they bring Travis Kelce up, and he's just, like such a doof.
He's a mouth breather.
He, like, addressed the crowd. So he was like, Taylor Swift is down with the people on the field watching Travis Kelce get interviewed on this little, like, podium thing, and he does this.
Never satisfied, baby. When you play in front of Arrowhead Stadium like this, every single AFC championship, you kidding me? Kansas City! Hey, before you guys get out of here, just do a little dance, make a little love. Yeah, get down tonight.
It's funny because, like, they showed Taylor Swift's face, like, when he starts, and she's like, yeah, woo! And then after he does the do a little dance, make a little love, she's like, yes, that was funny.
Didn't he do something like that last year that we played over and over again?
Yes. I'm like, oh.
But so it's him. It's not like it's like he probably did that 10 years ago.
It's personality, and I'm sure it's like very lovable when you know him. But I'm like, I'm just embarrassed for her.
Yeah, she's just like shaking my head, face palm, like again.
Yeah, and like. To me, I want them to be a real couple so badly because, like, it's such a fun story. But I, like, watch things like this with such, like, skeptical eyes. I hate it. Like, I don't want to, like, watch it. Like, I've watched their on-field kiss several times, and I'm like, it feels very forced. Like, they were very aware. Like, the cameras are watching right now. Now's the time. We rehearsed it. It just felt weird.
You should have proposed.
Weird.
I love it.
That would have been so huge if you
It felt
proposed.
weird. I don't I hope I'm totally, absolutely 100% wrong. And it's like they really are in love because that's what I would really want.
I don't think he's going to propose in that type of manner.
That's too big for the team.
Well,
and
plus
all that.
their lives are like that anyway.
Yeah.
So they probably, if he's going to propose, he's probably going to do it one-on-one, intimate,
Private.
thing, just private.
Yeah, right.
He can't.
Yeah.
He won't do it. Like her whole life is public, and so is his now.
Right,
so
right.
I
It
think
should be like really here on a football field.
And did you guys hear that? I guess they apparently have like these like 2 rules they have whenever they go out in a date in public. If they're going to be eating at a restaurant, they always have like their security team call ahead. And number 1, they always ask for a private room, which you could understand because, like, they want it to be somewhat of a normal date where they can, like, eat without everybody in the restaurant staring at them. But then they also ask that whatever wait staff is not, like, waiting on them, don't address them, don't come out, talk to them, like, no pictures. They just don't want to draw attention.
other wait staff.
Yeah, I get that. But, like, if you're working there, like, I would want to go talk to you, Taylor Swift.
Then
I'm
at that
sorry.
point, you fight over who gets to take that table.
Just have everybody wait on him.
Exactly. Like, we might be throwing hands in the kitchen, babe. Like,
As soon as they take a sip of water, someone goes in and fills it.
yeah.
Or you have some pico. Jeez. How about Bill Gates? Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm waiting for, the Jeffrey Epstein list to be released. But we know that Bill Gates' name has been mentioned. They've been, like, there's pictures of Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates. And he was doing an interview where he admitted, maybe I shouldn't have hung out with that guy.
Well, Jeffrey, in retrospect, I was foolish to spend any time with him. And he sort of, got time with various people by spending time with other people. So, yes, I think I was quite stupid. I thought it would help me with global health philanthropy. In fact, it failed to do that, and it was just a huge mistake.
Has it made you more wary of connections?
Definitely. Yeah. Are you kidding?
Just cringe. Just big cringe factor right there.
And, like, what's so crazy about this and, like, the Diddy stuff and all these people are like, oh, I wish I didn't go and do this. Is like, do you really feel that way, or is it now just because everything's getting publicized and you're getting put on blast?
Right,
like,
exactly.
Did you really feel that bad 15, 20 years ago when you did it?
Right, and honestly, if, like, the thing is I think with Jeffrey Epstein, I think what lots of people have realized is, like, you didn't hang out with him without knowing the kind of person he was and what he did on the side. And it's kind of like, so if you would hang out with him just to further the philanthropy side of it, but you knew what he was doing and you didn't, there was no second thought about it. Like, what would you do now?
Right.
Probably nothing different.
I love this side of Kyle.
It's true, though. Like, it's
like Taylor Swift stuff and all this stuff. I love it. The cynical Kyle.
Conspiracy theorist.
I love it.
Trust no one.
Show me where you're
Text line to text us. Text JJR. Whatever you want to say to 96893. Caitlin sent a text. Hi, Caitlin.
Hello.
What was your text?
So I was listening to the show's podcast yesterday about celebrities following you, and I have a little bone to pick with somebody on the show. Somebody said that it takes a lot for them to unfollow somebody, But Rich, you followed and unfollowed me like 5 years ago, and I have no idea why.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. What did you do? Because apparently it takes him a lot to unfollow someone.
That's what he said, right?
I know.
But by the way, this came up because of Justin Bieber, right? Because Justin Bieber unfollowed Hailey Bieber. We're like, it could easily been a mistake, right? And then Bieber put out a press release. What did he say?
He basically said somebody got into his account.
Right, okay.
And unfollowed her, but now he's refollowed her.
And then Rich said it was very hard to unfollow somebody.
Actually, to the best of my knowledge, Caitlin, I have not gone to the trouble to unfollow anybody for as long as I can remember.
Except you.
But I will say that
for me.
I have muted people's stories because that's easy to do, right? If you don't want to see their stuff, you just mute them.
I feel like muting is harder to do than unfollowing.
Really?
people.
I will mute something, but I don't think I've unfollowed anybody in the longest time. I wonder what was on your page that would have shocked me so much.
I don't know. I'm just an average, mom that works full-time nurse and married. And
Well, you sound. I'll be happy to follow you again. You didn't have any crazy political stuff on there. You didn't go after one of my bands. You didn't come after Prince in a post or something like that, did you?
No, what's so funny is I saw that you followed me, and my first thought was, oh my God, what kind of segment are they going to put me on? So I was racking my brain on, did I have an interaction with somebody? Am I doing a misconnections? I've been with my husband now for 5 years at that point. What is going on?
So let me give you some behind the scenes of the show. One of the things that I like to do on the show is not rehearse anything, right? I like to go live. That's why you guys are hearing stuff for the first time. This morning, I made the mistake of telling Rich, check out this text. This text says, this is your text. You said, I listened to podcasts about celebrities following you on Instagram. And Rich said how it takes a lot for him to unfollowing someone. Wrong. Probably 5 years ago, Rich followed me on Insta, then unfollowed me very shortly after. So I told Rich, and we talked about it this morning. He said, I'll do the same. My out would be the same line Bieber said. That's why I did this whole setup. And I go, Kyle, what did Bieber say? He said, someone got into my account. That's what you were supposed to say.
Yeah, but you already said it. You already telegraphed
right, because
it.
then you were going to say, this is why.
Somebody probably got in my account.
Someone got in my account.
Because you said it.
But you didn't say it before that, so I went to her. Because you didn't say it.
You didn't give me a chance to.
Of course I did. You did this whole thing.
You had no idea what you were going to start, Caitlin, did you?
No, we didn't. I waited and waited. So then I
know
thought,
how to slide in a line.
No, but even right
no
now.
Spot.
Even if I said it through her, then I think you'd be like, oh, that's what happened. Bieber, it's like you had no idea we talked about it. You acted like it was like...
Well, what happened is you got to it before I could get to it.
that's not what happened.
That is what happened.
Look at you, Caitlin.
I'm going to unfollow you now.
There you go.
Oh, it's too complicated, though.
He's back.
Yeah, there he is.
Well, Caitlin, what is your thing? Let's be friends.
Okay, we'll be friends.
Are you on Instagram?
I am, yeah.
So she just said you followed.
It's Caitlin, Kaitlyn, B as in boy, and then K.
Okay, Caitlin BK. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I see you. Follow back. Okay, we're back.
Yay!
We're friends again.
When you follow her, can you see immediately why you unfollowed her? Is there something, do you go, oh, damn.
I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
That profile. Let me see your profile picture.
I'll
Let me see.
expect you.
Let me see. Can you turn it?
Yeah.
Oh.
She looks lovely.
Oh, wow.
But it doesn't look like you have anything posted, though, either, to be offended by.
Well, I just confirmed, so because I'm on private.
Friends again.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for calling in and texting, Caitlin. Thank you for listening.
Of course. No problem. Thanks, guys.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
My boy's a winner. He loves the game.
Jonte and Rich, we're going to play a game. We need a contestant. The prize, tickets to Katy Perry. She just announced her tour today, and I think she's here July 12th at Footprint Center. You can get these tickets for yourself before you can buy them. You cannot buy them yet. Okay, shall we talk a little TV? I know Jenna's in here because number one show on Netflix right now is The Night Agent. Anyone watching it? Anyone? I know Jenna.
I did start it this morning. I think I got through an episode and a half.
I was talking to you about it last week, and you didn't remember it. Do you remember it now?
No, I totally remembered it. And they did a pretty good recap of the first season, too.
That's the one with Noah Centineo, right?
I don't
Is that
know.
his name?
Is he the night agent?
That's the other one.
Recruit.
Yeah, that's that one.
That's Recruit. That comes out Thursday.
Oh.
So I'm trying to finish this season before the Recruit comes out. But Jenna, your thoughts on this show?
I love this show. Last season I got really into it. I love Peter Sutherland. He's a good looking dude. My problem this season is with Rose. She's just annoying. You know?
Yeah.
Like she's every problem that comes up, it's like, oh, Rose, like everything. And then she's like, I don't even want to be here. Then leave.
Do you guys know, it's about a guy. I don't know if this is a real job or not, but season 1, it's this dude that works in the basement at the White House, and he's a night agent, and his one job is to answer the phone if it rings. And if the phone rings, like all hell's breaking loose somewhere, and they give you a code, and then they send the CIA to save you. It's one of those, right?
I totally watched the first season and forgot about it until just now.
Okay, so you remember that, right?
Yeah.
So the problem I have with the show right now, season 2, is like, and I don't know how far are you, Jenna?
I'm probably like episode 5.
Okay, are you to the part where they had the party at the Iranian ambassador's house?
Yes.
All right, so they're going to sneak into this Iranian ambassador's house. And it's one of those shows where the computer solves everything. Like, oh, okay, hold on. Log in the computer. I'll just put us on the email guest list. Also, one of them's on the guest list, right? Then the other person's like, I got it. And he goes to like a website of a costume shop and gets a tuxedo. I'll just be a server. And his tuxedo he gets is a purple tuxedo. It matches the tuxedo. He just is part of the catering staff. Like they just make things happen. They mean, like in real life, if you were going to try to get into any kind of ambassador, what do you call it, embassy, and they're not going to just let you in because you're with the catering company.
I don't know, purple tuxedo, I'd let you through.
Anyway, what are you watching, Kyle?
I actually started The Night Agent this morning. I finished 3 seasons of Peyton's show because she suggested to watch the Sex Lives of College Girls, and it's cute. You know what it's funny that like Rich mentioned that it's a Mindy Kaling show, and it totally like gives me vibes of Never Have I Ever mixed with Sex and the City. Like just combined those 2 shows, and that's basically what it is to me. It's cute. And then I also finished the latest episode of Beast Games. And it's funny because like my kids are so obsessed with that show now that like the new episode came out and then we watched it and then they had to rewatch every episode leading up to it. I'm like, we already know who gets out on this game. Like, is it really that interesting to watch the same episode of Beast Games 20 times? My kids seem to think so, but I do not.
So it's down to somebody's about to win $5 million?
It's almost down to 10, but they leave you on a cliffhanger so you don't find out which 2 are eliminated to make the top 10.
Can you imagine winning $5 million like that? Is your name Rosaland? Is that what I'm seeing here? Rosaland?
Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Rosalind, like Rosalind Russell.
Rosalind makes a lot of sense, but what's written out here, laws-a-land.
Like laws in the land, laws of the land.
But do you have a TV show, Rosalind?
Yeah. So I started watching this show on Hulu, Rivals with David Tennant. Have you heard about it?
Oh, I love David Tennant. That's Mella. Yeah. Ooh, no, I haven't seen it.
So Rivals, it's on Hulu. There's one episode. I think they're going to one season. I think they're going to do two seasons. But it's funny. It's quirky. Be warned, there's a lot of nudity in it.
Oh.
A lot of nudity.
My.
But it's worth watching. It's it's an easy watch. Easy to binge.
What was the show we watched with him in it that we loved? There was a show, 3 seasons of it.
Oh my gosh, what is that called?
Oh, it was such a good show. He played a cop,
Ireland.
DI. Yeah.
With Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was such a good show.
Yeah.
What's that show called?
Oh my God, what's it called? Anybody know? Come on. It was the name of the town.
I can't remember what it was called either.
It was called
It was a good show. I watched that.
Oh. Where are you from?
Another thing I watched.
Rosalind, where are you from?
Originally from Scotland, but I live in New Mexico now.
Same. Very similar. Well.
Another thing I watched yesterday, though, just kind of off the thing, was the new movie Conclave.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's a wee bit slow, but it's worth it just for the ending.
What's the name of the show?
Broadchurch.
That's it. That's a great show.
That's a good show.
All right, Rosalind, have a great day. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you. I love you guys.
Love you too. She really makes me want to watch that show. That David Tennant guy's really good. He's in good stuff.
Have you guys started watching The Pit yet?
I told you. I was
how far are you in?
I was over at the first episode. Welcome to the pit. You guys work your asses off to get here. You're in the pit.
It's good. It's basically ER in Pittsburgh. Just a little more modern, but it's good. You'll dig it.
Wait a minute. I'm going to the pit. Stupid. All right, we're gonna play a game. Nick, are you the host of this game? Okay. Let's add Tabitha. Hello, Tabitha. You're our contestant. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Good. You're playing for some Katy Perry tickets.
Woo-hoo!
She will be here July 12th at Footprint Center. Very exciting. I remember the last time.
Okay, I'm excited.
Last time she was in town. Get this. I'll never forget it. Well, I don't know if it was the last time she was in town, but she was in town one time, and she texted me at 10 o'clock at night, and she says, "Are you coming to my show?" And I was like, "I'm in bed." And I never heard from her again. Like, she got mad.
True story.
True story. Yeah, true story. All right,
I don't
Nick.
think
Maybe
she
we
ever
should call
came
her
back to
now.
the radio station
No.
again after that.
No.
Let's call her now. See if she wants to go to the show.
I
Okay,
do
guys.
have her number. I wonder if she's changed it or
She's
not.
definitely
You think she changed it?
Got to be the same one.
You never know, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we playing?
We're playing Beat Shazam today, you guys. And the good news is that it is Katy Perry themed. The bad news is, if you don't like Katy Perry, I guess you're not going to have fun.
But we all
okay?
love Katy Perry.
Everyone loves Katy Perry. So, 2 rounds here, 7 seconds for you to guess the song and if there's a collaborator in said song.
Ooh.
Okay, then you have 3 seconds to make your final guesses. We're going to start things with John Jay.
E.T., Kanye West.
Yeah!
Bam!
On the
So
board
fast.
so early,
yeah.
John Jay with 2 points. I mean, man, just setting the bar so high.
Let me play the game by myself.
Okay.
Give me the next one.
All right. John Jay. No, we're going to do Rich.
I Kissed a Girl.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that's with anybody else. Unless it's Red
isn't.
One.
That's a really good job. So proud of you, Rich. Way to go.
I always felt so rebellious when I would sing this song at 10. Like I was I'd be I'm not supposed to be singing this, but I'm singing it.
What an interesting tidbit of information, Peyton. Thank you.
It was actually
You
interesting.
just changed
and I'm sure
everyone's
people
life.
listening to that song at a
Just
when they
really
were
made
younger
everyone's
could also relate to
day
that.
a little
I followed
brighter.
you, Peyton. It was nice.
You know what
Anyway.
I mean? Like, are you kidding me?
Anyway, Peyton,
Like-
hey, will you enough? Because it's your turn.
Archie, isn't it exhausting being my number one hater?
It is your
Thank
turn.
you.
Guess it's never really over. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. And if I think it over, maybe
Just because it's over by Katy Perry.
Okay. No, sorry, that's not the name of the song. The name of the song is Never Really Over.
Okay.
You were close. That was a good try.
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna make me
Peyton,
mad.
0 points. Kyle.
maybe a reason why all the doors are closed. So you could open one that leads you to the perfect.
The lie, man, you know. Oh, is there a collaborator in that? I don't remember the name of the song, but it's in Sing. And I don't think there's a collaborator.
There's
on
not. And the name of the song is Firework.
Oh, yeah.
I actually
Because,
thought that was going to
baby,
be
you're
a
a fire.
that'd be one you grab.
I know, I did
so
too.
sorry,
I
Kyle.
failed that one. I should have known that. But I was I was confusing myself thinking, is there someone who's in this? And then not, I only have
okay.
a one
It's
track.
all right. We'll
one
forgive
track.
you. Tabitha, it's your turn.
I'm wide awake.
This is Wide Awake, right?
I'm wide awake.
That is, it is Wide Awake. Good job, Tabitha. So proud. Way to go. 1 point on the board. John Jay leads after one round with 2 points. Rich has 1. Kyle Payton not on the board yet. John Jay, you'll kick off round 2.
Roar, Katy Perry.
Yeah! Commanding lead. 3 points for John Jay this game. Rick?
Like a queen, so I'm making hits for Kate. Swish, swish, bitch.
Oh, of course. Swish. Katy Perry featuring Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. We'll give you half point for the game. The name of the song is actually Swish Swish. You just said Swish. So you
Square.
get 1.5 points. John Jay's still in the lead here. Peyton.
She's a flower. She's a born superhuman. Number one.
This is the I Am a Woman, Katy Perry.
See, I gave you the latest example, and you screwed it all up. Woman's World is the name of that song.
Woman's World.
Good try, Peyton. So sorry. No points. Kyle?
Just one touch. Now, baby, I believe this is
Teenage Dream, Katy Perry. I don't think she's a collaborator on
Hey, you
that
know
one.
what? You get a point. You get a point. Way to go, Kyle.
That is such a great song.
Good song.
That whole record, I was just thinking about it the other day, about how it's like kind of the perfect pop.
Yeah,
the whole,
that is a
the
great
whole
one.
CD.
We
the
need
whole
another
thing.
one of those, Katie.
Yeah, Kate's. Tabitha.
Yes. California Girl.
Do you know if there's anybody in that song?
Snoop Dogg.
All right, Tabitha, you're going to go see Katy Perry. Congratulations. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much.
Hold on, we're going to set you up. That was fun. And we got Katy Perry tickets every single day. And Morgan Wallen every single day. And paying your bills every single day. Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
I have an explanation to those or for those angry drunks in your life. May give you a little bit of understanding. Next with John Jay and Rich.
John Jay and Rich.
Call the show at 877-937-1047.
John Jay and Rich. Kyle, what do you got for 3 things we need to know?
You've heard the term angry drunk, and apparently you can blame it on alcohol's impact on pain and aggression. So alcohol has the ability to numb physical pain and play a major role in why intoxicated people are more prone to aggressive behavior. They say basically when it increases your pain threshold, it makes you more likely to inflict pain on others.
I think a threshold would hurt, too.
I know. The threshold is definitely something that would be
But I'll
painful.
try it. I'll try everything.
I thought, I'm like, well, I would think it would be the opposite. Like if it gives you less pain, you would think you'd be more happy. Like happy drunk, you know what I mean? Because you're not feeling the pain. But apparently it does exactly the opposite. Turns out the world's most valuable brands are American companies. Any guesses as to which company is the most valuable company on the planet?
Apple?
Apple is correct. Nike was not in the top 10, but it was Apple, Microsoft, and Google as the top 3, and then followed very closely by Amazon and Walmart. I was like, makes sense. That's where I'm spending my money. Yep. There is a list of baby names that they put out that they claim are set to go extinct this year. For girls, Jamie led the charge of disappearing names, dropping massive, nobody apparently is naming their kids Jamie or Katie anymore.
I feel like the Jamie one, though, it's like all of these Britney Spears fans are having kids and they don't want to name them after her sister.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Also on that list was Liv, Karina, Belle, and Aaron. All set to go extinct this year. As far as boys go, they say Jamal is the most extinct name for boys, followed by Esteban, Cannon, and Emery. Those apparently were really popular names, but not going to be anymore as of this year. Also, for the boys, Taylor, Kareem, Idris, Camilo, and Danny rounded out the names that are also apparently going extinct in 2025. So hug your Dannys, hug your Jamals, and say goodbye to the name. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Peyton, you said last week that you were going to see a movie because your family's in the movie.
Yeah.
What movie is that?
So the movie is called Day of the Fight, and it's based off of a short film of an old boxer that came out in the 50s or something like that. But actually, my cousin Shannon, she's a former model. She actually was a former Victoria's Secret model, so I like to flex that sometimes. I think that's really cool. But her husband is Jack Houston, who is Angelica Houston, who is in the Addams Family. That's his aunt. So he produced the movie, directed the movie, wrote the movie, and it has that Steve Belchimi guy.
Buscemi?
Yeah, he stars in it, and it's really cool because my cousin Shannon has a cameo in the movie, and then her son, my little cousin Cypress, is also in the movie. So it's really cool. Yeah, it's kind of one of those indie movies that launched a year ago in the Cannes Film Festival, and it has gotten up for a bunch of awards and stuff.
Did you go see it?
We go see it tonight.
Oh, you do?
We're going to go see it tonight. So
is it in theaters for everyone, or is it a special screen for you guys?
So, no, it's in theaters for everyone, but today is the last day that you can go watch it. It's at the AMC Theater at the Westgate out in Glendale. So today's the last day you can go watch it, but yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I have my whole side in LA, on my mom's side, and they're all models and actresses, and they're all super flashy over there. Lawyers. So
that's fun.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll have a review, because I wonder if it's one of those movies, because I think right now the Sundance Film Festival is going on. Did you hear about Jennifer Lopez?
Oh, she did an impromptu performance.
She got up and then she
She's
started
in a musical.
DJing and she was dancing to her own music and stuff, because at Sundance they just kind of do crazy things. Good. So I wonder if it's there.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.